What's up guys, this is Mountain from the Primal Professional here with our first video update. First off, I want to thank you for all your help, whether it's from pre-ordering, from grabbing some paleo treats, or just from sharing our shoe with your friends. It really means a lot to us. We're about a third of the way through our campaign right now, and things are really starting to pick up. We've already gotten mentions on marksdailyapple.com and myfivefingers.com, and we got some really exciting reviews and interviews coming very soon. In the short time that we've been out, I've come across a lot of great questions that I want to answer in this video. Let's get started. Sarah on Facebook says, Mountain, love the idea. I wish I could contribute by pre-ordering a pair for my husband, but $300 is just too steep for this pair of graduate students. Any possibility of offering a student discount? Sarah, I read your comment again and again, thinking back to my own days as a student and how tough that was. And I think I may have a solution for enthusiastic but cash-strapped folks like yourself. If you refer 2 friends who place a pre-order, you get a pair for free. There's one of 2 ways you can do this. First, you can go on our IndieGoGo and choose the $600 option, which offers 3 pairs for the price of 2. Or, after your friends place pre-orders, they can forward their confirmation email to theprimalprofessional@gmail.com and just say, your email address referred me. This promotion is retroactive, meaning if you've already placed a pre-order, just refer one more friend to do the same, and you'll have an extra one to give as a gift, just in time for the holidays. Please hurry though. For these shoes to be produced, we need to reach our funding goal by December 11th, and this promotion will only run until then. Zephyr on Runners World Forums asks, why donations? They should be looking for investors or lenders instead. We're not looking for handouts. IndieGoGo is a crowdfunding site to help raise money for interesting projects, and all contributors get rewards for the money they pledge. For example, starting at just $20, you can get a pack of delicious and nutritious grass-fed beef jerky from paleo brands. At $300, you're pre-ordering a pair of Primal Professionals. We're raising funds through pre-orders and contributions rather than investors or lenders for 2 reasons. First, it allows us to take this where we want without external pressure. I've seen lots of folks forced to make poor long-term decisions because they had to meet bank ratios, analyst estimates, or shareholder expectations. By starting off debt-free with full ownership, we can pursue the things we really care about. In the shoe itself, that would be environmental standards, ethical work practices, incomparable build quality, and a shoe made just for folks like you and me, not a watered-down version for mass appeal. Once we're up and running, this business will be a means to support the nonprofits that are making the world a better place. Second, it allows us to get direct feedback from you. By putting ourselves out there, we've learned so much about what you guys want and don't want in just a few weeks, thanks to all this great dialogue. By taking pre-orders, we're finding out if we actually have a viable business or not, whether there's enough people out there who love barefooting, who want a professional-looking shoe with high-quality build and materials, who care about sustainability and workers' rights, and would be willing to pay for all the above. Rather than sinking a bunch of bank or investor money in a product that I think you want, and risk being stuck with $50,000 worth of machinery and inventory for a product nobody wants to buy, crowdfunding is a win-win situation for everyone. Kevin on IndieGoGo asks, I'd love to pre-order a pair for $300, but if you don't get to 50K, do I get my money back? The answer is yes, you will get all your money back. IndieGoGo's terms of service allows campaigners to keep any money they raise, whether they hit their funding goal or not. But you have my promise here on video and written in bold at the top of our page that if we don't hit 50K, I will PayPal back everyone's money in full and eat any finance charges myself. I also want to remind everyone that our shoes come with a 30-day, 105% money-back guarantee. We're so confident that our shoes will be everything you want in a barefoot dress shoe that should you wish to return them, we will refund $15 on top of your purchase price to take care of any shipping and hassle. Whether we hit 50K or not, your pre-order of the Primal Professional is completely risk-free. Alicat on Mark's Daily Apple says, I think $300 is quite reasonable for such a beautiful shoe that's made out of quality materials and guaranteed sweatshop free. I'm sure they could be much cheaper, mass-produced in China from Ethiopian leather, but at some point you've got to put your money where your mouth is. It's like buying free-range meat or organic vegetables. It's going to cost more. This one wasn't a question, but I wanted to share it with you guys because it better help me understand myself and where I'm coming from with these shoes. Despite typically higher prices in the chain stores, why do we like going to farmers markets? There's that personal connection where you get to know the guy growing your food. They offer unique products that you usually can't find at the big stores, such as heritage turkeys or heirloom tomatoes. They care a lot about what they're selling and your satisfaction because they're really proud to be artisans. They often share the same beliefs that you do. We're not a faceless corporation. Like buying directly from the farmer, you all know my name. You all know what I look like. We have a revolutionary product here, built from the ground up for two very divergent needs. And I care way too much about what I'm doing, and I care way too much about the barefoot, natural movement, and paleo communities to let you guys down. Evolutionary Sai on Twitter asks, can you make them in kitten heels? We've actually had a lot of questions like this one. Since Cherry knows a lot more about women's shoes than I do, I'll let her answer this. Cherry?
Hey guys, my name is Cherry, the feminine half of the Primal professional team. Being a shoe fanatic myself, I'm really excited to hear that all the ladies are asking for their very own version. Right now, we're super busy getting the men's line launched, but as soon as we figure something out, I'll be sure to let you know.
Vermison on Reddit asks, is it full grain leather, as opposed to split grain, top grain, corrected grain, or genuine leather? Vermison, great eye. I can tell you know a lot about quality footwear. The first prototype in our video and photo shoot did use a corrected grain leather, which tends to wrinkle and crease more easily, as opposed to the resilient full grain leather that will be used in our production model. Last month, I had a chance to visit our leather supplier. We sat down with the owner himself to learn more, and he helped us handpick the finest full grain leather for use in our shoes. Silly C on Runner's World Forums asks, can they be resold? My husband is still rocking his 15-year-old Oxfords. He's had them resold a bunch of times. A mark of quality dress shoes is the ability to replace the outsole. I got in touch with the friendly folks at Resole.com and they said absolutely no problem. They may even be able to recycle the old outsole. With proper care and resoling on top of our exceptional build quality, our shoes will provide you with decades of comfort and style. Barefoot J on Reddit asks, how thick are the soles? Also, how flexible are they? The outsoles themselves measure 4 millimeters and are more flexible than the human foot. Let me show you a bit more about our construction. After we form the upper over a thin insole, there's a cavity that we then fill with cork before attaching the outsole. Altogether, the total height between your foot and the floor will be about 9 millimeters, the same as the KSO Trek. Johannes on Facebook asks, do you ship outside the US by the way? We might not ship outside the US later on, but to reach our December 11th funding goal, we're most definitely accepting international pre-orders right now. We only ask that you help us cover the extra shipping at cost. Matt Carnes on IndieGoGo asks, what sort of sizing can we expect? I have a ridiculously wide toe box, and a wide foot in general. Matt, the Primal Professional only comes in one width. Wide. Check it out. I want to show you something. Ready? Wham! Can you do that in any other dress shoe? With all that toe room in the front, we made sure that the rest of the shoe is snug around the instep, heel, and ankle. So even if you have narrow feet, you won't be jamming your toes into the front. Jared.Oz on IndieGoGo asks, this is obviously premature, but if you are successful, is there a chance we could see a smooth toe? I can't wear a cap toe with my uniform. Jared, not premature, because we are already working on a smooth toe version for you and all our friends in the military. If you pre-order now and help us reach our funding goal by December 11th, we'll be producing the smooth toe version right alongside the cap toes, and you'll have yours in early 2012. Nate on Facebook asks, do you have this in a brown? The bulk of our startup costs involve buying the molds to make our outsoles. If we could just get to 50K, changes to the upper will be relatively cheap, and we could do all sorts of styles and colors. I was thinking maybe since brown is a bit more casual, we can try this on a wingtip. What do you think? That's all the questions that we have for this update. If you have any more questions or comments, hit up our wall on facebook.com/theprimalprofessional. Thanks everyone for watching, discussing, sharing, pledging, and pre-ordering. Remember to take advantage of our Refer to Get One Free promotion, and let's get to 50,000 by December 11th.